Well, tonight, President Barack Obama addressed the nation and told them he was ready to start drawing down the number of troops in Afghanistan more quickly than previously planned. Polls show the American public is largely in favor of this withdrawal, but the president's top military advisors were not as enthusiastic. They wanted more time. So, almost 10 years after the attacks of September 11th and 7 weeks after the killing of Osama bin Laden, does the president really think our work in Afghanistan is almost done? Here's Martha Raddatz.
In the end, it fell to the commander-in-chief to make the decision, and tonight, Barack Obama told the nation he is ready to start pulling out of Afghanistan.
Starting next month, we will be able to remove 10,000 of our troops from Afghanistan by the end of this year, and we will bring home a total of 33,000 troops by next summer.
He is taking a huge risk, and he knows it.
After this initial reduction, our troops will continue coming home at a steady pace as Afghan security forces move into the lead.
For nearly 10 years, the U.S. has been at war here. The American response to the attacks on 9/11 has cost more than $288 billion and 1,500 lives. The bodies of these young men arriving home just hours before the president's speech.
Of course, huge challenges remain. This is the beginning, but not the end of our effort to wind down this war.
Do you look at the president and say, he's a risk taker?
He does things that are hard.
Bill Burton was a deputy press secretary for President Obama until earlier this year. He started working for Obama when he was a candidate, calling for a greater focus on Afghanistan.
He does things that are politically dangerous, folks feel at the time, but he does it all with as much fact as you can possibly have. So he mitigates that risk with information.
But this decision also comes at a time when the president himself is under siege. An ABC poll found that 73% of Americans want a substantial withdrawal of troops from Afghanistan this summer. Weighing on the president had to be the enormous financial cost of the war at a time when the nation's economic recovery continues to stall, if not falter.
America, it is time to focus on nation building here at home.
But even in spite of the economic woes at home, those fighting the war, including Obama's top general, think he may be wrong and wanted a slower drawdown.
I know that General Petraeus thought withdrawing them so quickly was higher risk than leaving them in there longer. Yet President Obama says we're doing it anyway. Going against General David Petraeus has to be hard to do.
Well, you know, the general is one of the best military commanders that the United States has seen in a long time. But the president is still the commander-in-chief and his boss. And as a result, he's the one who makes the calls on whether or not it's the right pace or the right thing to do.
Case in point, the president's decision to raid the compound where he believed Osama bin Laden to be hiding.
The United States has conducted an operation that killed Osama bin Laden, the leader of al-Qaeda.
President Obama also comes off making a risky decision to go after Osama bin Laden, which proved enormously successful. So does the president come into this tonight with more national security juice?
As a result of the success that there's been on the ground, he's in a position where he can pull those troops out and feel confident that the gains that we made are enough to feel like our nation is secure.
It's a very different environment from 2009, when the new president with little national security experience took months to craft a new strategy and decide on how many additional troops to send into Afghanistan as part of the surge.
And as Commander-in-Chief, I have determined that it is in our vital national interest to send an additional 30,000 U.S. troops to Afghanistan.
ABC's Diane Sawyer asked Bob Woodward, author of Obama's Wars, about the atmosphere at the time.
The meetings. Obama felt, you're writing in a general way too, but Obama felt disrespected and trapped. And at different times, he felt that the military was maneuvering around him. Did they think they could take a young president?
Some of them might have thought that. So you're the president who's supposed to be the decider, who's supposed to have choice, and you've got these blocks of granite out there saying, oh no, you really don't have a choice. This is the way to do it. And he was not happy.
Do you think there has been a transformation of sorts with the president since that time?
He's grown in the sense that, the more you make these decisions, the more you deal with military commanders, the more you feel the weight of the Oval Office, you grow. As a result, he feels comfortable and confident that he's making the right decisions.
While tonight's decision about troops may have been easier, the timing of it couldn't be more critical for Obama. The full drawdown of 33,000 surge troops is expected to be completed by September of 2012, just in time for the presidential election Obama hopes to win.
Tonight, we take comfort in knowing that the tide of war is receding. Fewer of our sons and daughters are serving in harm's way.
But this war is not over. Nearly 70,000 troops will remain even after next year. In fact, the U.S. is committed to stay in Afghanistan for at least 3.5 more years. A war that, despite tonight's speech, will continue to weigh on the commander-in-chief. For Nightline, I'm Martha Raddatz in Washington.